Okay, welcome to this 2D design tutorial on how to make a TV shaped phone holder. If you watch this and then do as I do, you will learn the skills to design your own phone holder independently. Just some things I want to point out first on 2D design. On the left here is a group of drawing tools, and what you can do is you can click and then hold down, and that brings up multiple options. So for example, these are shapes. These are lines, click and hold, different ways of doing lines. This is the delete command. So most of your drawing tools are over here on the left. Over here you've got some other tools that will help you navigate. Now once you've opened 2D design, it's a good idea to save your work immediately. So if you go File, Save As, and then ask where you should save your work. Okay, and you need to save regularly. Right, you've got these dots on the screen. This is your grid, and this will help you work more accurately because these are very evenly spaced. Now I want to get these dots closer together. That will help me work more accurately. So the first thing you need to do is go up here to grid and double click on that. Okay, and now you're going to change the grid spacing to 5mm and 5mm, and then click OK. Now watch the dots. So they get closer together. Excellent. Right, you also need to have grid lock on. Grid lock means that if I draw something, let's say a rectangle shape, notice that my cursor is jumping to the dots, so I know that's a very specific size. Okay, now you need to first of all draw a rectangle the size of your phone. So I'm going to give you some measurements to do. Right, you click on shapes, and we want the first one, which is rectangle. See, you got all these options. You're going to click on the first one, rectangle. As I draw the rectangle, I want you to watch these numbers down here. See, it says rel. Yeah, watch these numbers change. So I click around here, click and then drag. You'll notice the numbers down here have changed. Watch, and I want it to be 135 and minus 70. 135 and minus 70. That is exactly the size of my phone. So I'm going to click again now, and I've got the size of my phone. Now you want the window of your phone holder to be slightly smaller. So to make a window slightly smaller than that of the phone, you need to click on this contour. So click contour, and then click 2mm. Erase that and just put 2, and then click OK. Now if I click just inside my rectangle here, there we go. That now is the window slightly smaller than my phone. Now I want to have a frame around it, so I'm going to contour again. Double click on contour, and we need to change this spacing to 15mm now, and then click OK. And again just click slightly outside the rectangle, and now we've got the window, the size of my phone, and the frame. What I'm going to do is just delete the phone now. So if I click delete any, that option, I'll just click on that. It's gone, and I've got my window and my frame. Okay, it's a good idea to save now. So file and then save, or you can also click on this save icon here. Right, I'm going to move this now. If I drag over that, okay, you've got these yellow dots. This allows you to change the size. Okay, now I don't want that. If you make a mistake like that, you can just go edit, undo. So you can undo one mistake. What I want to do is click on this center yellow square and move it just about here, because you try and work from the top left corner. Right, next step, I want to add an aerial to my TV. Now the way to do that is to first make a circle. So if you double click on circle, and I want you to set a radius of let's say 15 millimeters, that is radius, and then click OK. Then you've got that circle. I want you to place it approximately there, and then click again. Right, Now I'm going to delete these lines I don't want. So to do that, I click on delete any, hold it down, and then select this second option here. Now if I zoom in using this tool here, zoom, scroll up and across, I can delete these lines I don't want. I don't want that, don't want that, don't want that, I don't want that. Okay, great. I'm going to save that now, so you can click there, save, or file, save. Now I want to add the aerials just above, so what I can do is, if I click circle, oh no, before I do that, I'm going to have lines. Click line here, and I want a line coming out like this, let's say to that point, and I want a line coming out there to that point. Notice it's even, yeah, it's even. Now I want some small circles on the end, so I'm going to click circle, and I click on the end of my line, and I'm just going to do it that size. And I'm also going to do one here, click and then click again. Now the laser cutter will just cut through that, and I don't want that, I need some thickness here. So what I'm going to do is click contour, and this time I'm going to select this third option here. I'm going to change that spacing to 3mm. Let's see if that works. Now if I zoom in again, and then click this side of the line, and then that side of the line, I'll do the same here, there, and there. This is starting to take shape now. And now I need to delete the lines I don't want. So I'm going to click delete any again, which is the delete part of an object, sorry, which is the second option here. I'm just going to delete all the lines I don't want, which is all of these. That one. Same over here. If you make a mistake, again, just edit, undo. Okay, I need to keep deleting. Oops. And now for those items that are left, I'm just going to select them all and then delete. Press delete. Okay, if you zoom out, that kind of looks like a TV aerial, doesn't it? Right, good stuff. Now I want to add some feet to my TV. So what I'm going to do is use the line tool. If you click line and then click this second option, draw a series of connected lines. What I'm going to do is start here, click, and then go down. And I'm going to keep drawing by clicking, like that. Okay, there's 1 foot. Now, if you've then still got this line selected, so if you just right click, it finishes. Now I need to delete the bits I don't want again, so delete, delete, and delete. Right, I've got that 1 foot, happy with that, but I want this replicated on the other side, and I want it to be exact. Now the way to do that, if I click that, the cursor, and then highlight everything, okay, and then I do what we call mirror. So if you go draw, and then you go transform, and you click mirror, okay, you're going to repeat, so click repeat. Okay, now I need to draw a line, an imaginary mirror. So I'm going to imagine my mirror is probably about there, isn't it? Imagine that's my mirror. I click, boom. Right, now I'm pretty happy that, I mean, that is exactly the same, but it needs to be further to the right. So I'm going to drag over everything again, and I click this center yellow, and I'm going to drag this to there. That looks better. Now the laser cutter will cut anything in black. So this bit here, if the laser cutter went through that, it would chop my foot off. So I just need to delete that little line there. Alright, good. Right, that my frame is basically finished. I'm going to save that. File, save. Okay. and keep on saving. Now the next step, these are all a series of individual non-connected lines, and I want this to be one object. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag over everything like that, and I'm going to group them. You do that by clicking edit and then group. Okay, now if I click, it highlights everything. Great. Now that's the front of your phone holder. You also need a back. Now to make the back, what you can do is click on the object, and down here you've got these two yellow dots, two yellow squares here. Click that and it copies it. So I've got copy, and I'm just going to click on the middle yellow square again and move this copy over here. Okay, so two exact replicas of the frame. Now the back is half the height, so what you need to do is click a line. So I'm going to just go draw a single line here, and across the middle I'm just going to click there and drag it across, click there. Now the back is only half the height and it doesn't have any detail, so what you need to do now is just delete anything above that line. You also need to delete these internal bits. Okay, now if I click on that, I want to delete these top bits, but I want to keep this bottom bit, so I'm going to have to ungroup it. So if I click on that and then edit and then ungroup, it's gone from one object to being a series of lines again. So I'm going to select all of that and just delete. Press the delete key to do that, and then if you select over everything, then we're going to group that again. Edit, group. Okay, I'm going to save that. Click here, or file save, and keep doing it regularly. Yeah. So now I've got the frame and the back of my phone holder. Now the next thing you need to do is add some lines in the middle, because you need some sections which are going to keep the front and the back apart. Now to do that, you're going to click line, and I want you to draw across the bottom of your window here like that. Now if I zoom in, you see these lines stick out. I don't want that, so I'm just going to delete part this item here. Excuse me. Now I want to copy this multiple times, and they need to be evenly spaced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that line, and then there's a tool. If you go edit and then transform, and we're going to move / copy. Okay, move copy. Now I'm going to repeat this. Let's try 6 times. So repeat 6 times and then click OK. Now if I click on the line, then move up, I'll go 2 dots, which is 10 millimeters, and then click again. It's duplicated that, and they're all evenly spaced, which is what I wanted. Okay, so a few of these will be the bottom section in between the front and back. I also need some side pieces, so what I'm going to do is click on line again. Let's say if I count the dots here, well, I'm going to draw a line here first, like that. Now I'm going to count the dots. What do I need to do? No, I need to copy it again. So I click on this line, and then draw, transform, move copy again. And we're going to repeat it. Well, let's try 6 times again. Yeah. Now if I click on the line here, this time we're going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. Let's try 5 dots. Let's see what happens. Click. Beautiful. Now I've got one line over here I don't want, so I'm just going to click on that and delete it. Now these will be my side pieces. Okay, let's zoom out again. Again, it's a good idea to save here. Beautiful. So I've got the front, the back, and I've got these in between parts. The last thing you need to do is add some triangles for the base, for the back of your phone holder. The way to do that, if you click on shapes, click and hold, and then select the triangle option. What you can do is watch these rel numbers here. The rel numbers will tell you the size of the triangle you're drawing. So I click, escape, try again, give myself more space. You want it about 35mm down and about 30 across. No, actually let's make it bigger. Let's try 40 down. Oh, what am I doing? Once more. Again, looking at the rel numbers here. We'll go 40 down and to the side, and we're going to go 30 across. See my rel numbers at the bottom left? 30, and that's 30 down, 40 down, and that's 30 across. That's one triangle. What I'm going to do is click and then copy that, and this is the back pieces that will hold your phone up. In fact, we're going to make more than that. I'll tell you what we'll do. If we copy it again, move this, and then copy it again. Now to save space, if I highlight these two, and then click this object here, this one here flips it, and then I can actually move this sort of within the area of the other two, and then when I laser cut, I'm saving material, I'm saving space. Excellent. Right, you've basically finished. All I would do before we laser cut is put these in a space where they're not going to waste lots of plastic. Move it up closer together, and you are ready to laser cut. Well done. Okay, just some other points that are worth making. If you want to add some details around this, you can do things like adding words if you click on ABC. So if I click ABC there, and then just anywhere really, I can type a message. So for example, let's say Stephen's phone, and I can click settings, and this allows me to change my font. So I'm going to click, say, Bauhaus, that's a nice font, and then OK and OK. And again, you can use these yellow grip points to change the size that you want. Okay. Now when you do this, you might want to turn grid lock off, so I'll allow you to do that. Grid lock off, it gives you more flexibility. Alright. Now the laser cutter will cut anything in black, and we don't want that cut out. So what you have to do is click fill up here and no fill, so the black goes. And we also have to change the line color. This needs to be red now. So if we click line here, it says coal. Click on that, then we can change that color to red. This one down here, and OK. You see that now will just lightly engrave on the plastic and not cut all the way through. You might want to add some features. For example, I might over here want a small button, so I could draw a little circle here, and I could draw a series of lines as if, let's say, there was a speaker, there was noise coming out of the TV. Maybe I want the same over here. Well, there's an easy way of doing this. If I just highlight them and then copy by clicking that, I can just move these lines to the same place on the opposite side. Now remember, these things are going to be engraved, so what I have to do is change the color. If you want to highlight a number of things, press the Shift key, and then you can select a number of things at the same time. And you need to click Cull here, line color, and then red. So that's just adding a few little details. There's loads of little things you can do. Like for example, this is a curved line. So if I take grid look off to help me do this, you might say you want a nice curvy shape depending on what your design is. When you're happy with your lines, you can just right click, and there you go again. So make sure it cuts properly, that engraves properly, that needs to be red. Okay, right, give it a go, see how you get on.